Lipton Tea and Lipton Soup present Inner Sanctum Mysteries. Good evening, friends. This is your host of the Inner Sanctum, welcoming you again through the squeaking door for an hallucinating good time. Why am I smiling? But I always smile when I open the squeaking door on Tuesday night. You see, each week when I say good evening, I think to myself, a good evening for what? And of course, there's only one answer to that question. A good evening for murder.
A fine thing to say. You wouldn't feel so chipper about it if you were going to be murdered.
Why, Mary, there's no bigger thrill than to be murdered. Why, it happens only once in a lifetime.
Well, I know something else like that.
Now, don't tell me that Lipton tea...
No, I'm not thinking about Lipton tea. I'm talking about that solid sterling silver medallion that the Lipton tea people are offering to the ladies. Yes, ladies, it's the chance of a lifetime to get a lovely piece of jewelry. The kind you find at those smart shops on Fifth Avenue in New York. Now, let me tell you about the medallion. It's made of real sterling silver. It's about an inch in diameter, and it's decorated with a Chinese inscription. The medallion is hung on a narrow black rayon satin ribbon, so it can be worn as a necklace, a choker, or you can simply add it to your charm bracelet. And here's how you get the medallion. Just send 25 cents and the box top from a package of Lipton's, the tea with the brisk flavor, to the Lipton Tea people, Box 92, New York City. Yes, that's Box 92 in New York City.
And now it's time to begin. Our story is called Dead to Rights. It's an original spine tingler by Sigmund Miller, and our stars tonight are two radio favorites, Elspeth Eric and Santos Ortega. So relapse in your chair, settle down for a half hour of alarming but charming entertainment. Why not get really reckless tonight? Go the whole works. Turn off the main switch in the cellar. The darker it is, the more strange things you'll see. Lou Dunn is nervously pacing his room in a dingy boarding house near the East River in Manhattan. His wife, Dottie, is looking at an old newspaper.
That's him, Dottie. See for yourself. That's Jensen, that Quiro guy. Lives upstairs with $20,000.
Mm-hmm. That's him, all right.
All that money. Only a floor above us.
According to this paper, William Jensen was found wandering through the streets in a semi-conscious condition due to lack of food. The police discovered $20,000 in $100 bills mixed with crusts of bread in his pockets. He's being sent to Bellevue Hospital for observation.
That newspaper's more than a month old. Jensen's been back for 2 weeks. Hey, Dottie. Must be somewhere we can get that money.
There is.
You mean rob him?
Rob him. Maybe kill him.
Kill him?
If you're not scared.
Scared? I ain't scared of anything.
I know you. You always talk toughness about all.
I'm not scared. We could knock him off. Make it look like suicide.
You really want to do it?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to put my hands in that $20,000.
Boy, what we couldn't do with that money.
It'll be easy.
If we do it smart. Very smart.
Sure.
Maybe you could sort of visit him. Just before he goes to bed. Turn on the gas. That'd make it look like suicide. Then we could go back and pick up the money. Not all of it. We'll leave half of it so it won't look like robbery.
Sure. He's a crazy guy. It's natural for a crazy guy to knock himself off.
Mm-hmm.
When do we do it?
Well, if we're going to do it, we got to do it right now. We'll never have the guts to do it later. Now, you're sure you want to do it, Lou?
Sure. Sure I do, Dottie.
Mrs. Scully was going to the movies. What time is it now?
It's, 5 to 10.
She won't be back till after 11.
Well, that only gives us about an hour.
Oh, you got plenty of time. Jensen goes to bed just about this time. You go on up, stay with him until he's in bed. And then, on your way out, you turn on the gas. Not too much, because that'll make a lot of noise. And keep your finger off the spigot. Use a stick or a glove or something.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, okay. What are you waiting for?
You want me to go now?
Well, what do you want to do? Die of heart failure worrying about it? Go ahead.
Who's there?
It's me. Lou Dunn, the guy that lives right under you.
Oh, just a minute. I was just about to get to my bed. Is there anything special you want?
No. I just had a little argument with the wife.
Oh.
I don't want to go back right now.
You're going to teach her a lesson.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Come in. You can talk to me while I get into bed.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Jensen. I won't stay long. You going to bed right now?
Yeah. Yeah. Would you mind helping me take off my shoes?
Sure.
I'm getting too old to bend down.
Oh, sure. Sure thing.
Thank you. Oh.
That's no place to hide your money, behind the pillow.
Huh? That ain't no money. It's just a lot of pictures. It's all just pictures.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I ain't gonna be good company. I feel kind of sleepy.
Well, maybe I'd better get back.
Nice of you to come see me, Lou.
It's freezing outside. I'd better close the windows or you'll catch cold. Well, good night, Mr. Jensen. Good night. Oh, it's beating like a trip. If I get downstairs without being seen, everything will be all right. Hey, someone's coming up the steps. It's Mrs. Scully, the landlady. It's dark. Maybe she won't recognize me. I pull my hat over my face.
Mr. Dunn?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Mr. Dunn.
It's all right. Good night.
Good night.
Who is it?
It's me, Lou.
Everything all right?
Close the door.
What's the matter with you? Anything go wrong?
We're going to be caught.
Calm down. Tell me what happened.
I did everything you said. Everything went fine until I got outside. I met Mrs. Scully in the hall. I pulled my hat over my face.
She recognize you?
She called my name, but I disguised my voice.
Nothing to worry about.
I'm sure she knew it was me. We're going to get caught.
Did you come right down here?
No. I went outside for a few minutes in case she was watching me.
That's good. Now you got to go back and get that money. He's dead by now.
I can't go back.
You gotta go now before the gas leaks into the hall and everybody knows about it.
I can't. I can't do it.
All right, I'll go myself. Where'd you say the money was?
The pillow under his head.
Stay here till I get back.
Maybe we ought to forget it.
No. Not after we've gone this far.
Who's there?
It's me, Mrs. Scully. Let me in.
What do you want?
Well, the people downstairs have been complaining there's water leaking down the ceiling.
Water?
Yes. I'd like to take a look at the sink.
Sure.
Funny. Pipes aren't leaking.
Guess just a mistake, huh?
Oh, they must be cranks. Floor's dry.
Is that all, Mrs. Scully?
No. You're a couple of days over on your rent.
We'll have it for you tomorrow.
Well, you better. I have to pay my bills, you know.
Sure, I promise you.
Well, all right. Say, didn't I pass you upstairs on the 4th floor a little while ago?
Me? Oh, you must have me mixed up with someone else.
It looked like you. Had your bill.
I haven't been out of this room for a couple of hours.
Okay, Lord.
Darling, Miss Scully.
Oh. Hello, Mrs. Scully.
Hello, Mrs. Dunn. I was just telling your husband about the rent that's... Do you smell gas?
Yeah. Must be a gas jet open someplace.
Well, you'd better take a look at your stove. Don't want any accidents in this house.
No, neither do we.
Seems to be coming from the hall. I'd better take a look at that empty room.
You should have knocked before you came in. You almost gave the whole thing away.
Yeah, I know. Had the money right in my hand. I only took half the dough, about $9,000, I figure.
The cops question Mrs. Scully. We'll be done for.
Yeah, she smelled the gas on me. I almost died in that room.
We gotta get away from here.
Maybe you're right. I'm getting kind of scared myself. Things ain't working out so perfect.
Let's get packed.
Okay, we better hurry. No, wait a minute. We ain't gonna pack.
We're not gonna stay here.
Listen, if we walk out with our suitcases, we'll be giving ourselves away. We
found out about Jensen.
We gotta stay calm or we're dead pigeons.
What should we do?
We gotta get out of the house first.
We can't go out the front door, not now.
Maybe with all this excitement going on, we can sneak out without them noting.
I tell you, I'm scared, Daddy.
Oh, my. Come on. Now or never.
There's nobody at the front door.
Oh, that's a break.
The cops, they just came in.
Quick, get back in the room before they see us.
We'll never escape.
I'll escape. There must be some other way.
Well, Dottie and Lou are in bad shape. My only hope is that they don't die of heart failure before the end of the program. That would be very embarrassing. Sometimes I wish the characters in our stories would show a little more nerve. They all get so flustered. It's not that they aren't first-quality villains, but they're too indecisive.
Well, what do you think is going to happen to them?
Oh, they'll probably turn on the gas again.
Oh, please.
And brew themselves a pot of Lipton tea.
Well, you fooled me that time, and now I'm going to fool you. I'm not going to talk about Lipton tea. Instead, I'm going to tell you a story. Yes, it seems there's a true story behind that sterling silver medallion that the Lipton people are offering to the ladies. It's really a good luck charm. The original was given to an American flyer by Chinese guerrillas who rescued him after he'd bailed out over enemy territory. The flyer was told that the Chinese letters on the medallion would identify him and bring him safely through the lines. Well, he did get through, and only then did he learn that the medallion said, "Good luck," in Chinese. Now, ladies, there's something to tell your friends. And to get this good luck charm, this lovely sterling silver medallion, just like the one the flyer carried, all you have to do is send 25 cents and the box top from a package of Lipton's, the tea with the brisk flavor, to the Lipton Tea People, Box 92. That's Box 92, New York City.
Well, now let's go back to our pale and panicky pair of murderers. If you remember, they ran back into their room when the police came in. And since then, they've been trying to figure a way out. Maybe they've got a plan. So let's take a look, shall we?
We've got to think of something.
How about that back stairway?
I don't know where it goes.
Well, it's better than staying here.
Cops will see us.
We gotta take that chance. They're probably still upstairs. Come on.
Let's hurry.
Slow.
We gotta open the door to get to the back stairway.
Open it slow.
Oh, the door's locked.
Easy, you fool. Maybe it's just rusted.
It's jammed.
I suppose if I try to open it.
No use. The cops will be down in a minute.
Come on, let's push it.
Get him.
It's opening. Just a little bit more.
We can just step through.
You all right?
Like it's cold in here.
Stairway goes down to the cellar, I guess. Come on. Stuck down here. It's choking me.
There's another exit that leads out into the alley.
Listen, that's the cops coming down to look for us.
They're coming from the hallway stairs.
We've got to hide. Here. Get behind this old sofa. Lie down on the floor.
There's nothing you'll find down here.
I hope you don't mind, lady, but we'd like to look over the premises.
Look, this dust is killing me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to sneeze.
No.
I can't.
It's just a waste of time looking for anything here.
All right. Let's get out. There's too much stuff here.
Dottie. 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 I killed him. Dottie. Please get him. Oh, I'm glad you're not dead.
You tried to kill me.
I had to put my hand over your mouth. You'd have sneezed. We'd been caught.
Let's get out of this dusty hole.
Get these barrels where we can get out through the alley.
Well, it's a little safer out on the street. Please, will you stop looking back?
There's someone following us.
There's nobody following us.
I tell you, there is. By now, all the detectives in New York must be looking for us.
Stop acting so suspicious. Turning around all the time. We gotta look like normal people.
Normal. I've never been so scared in all my life.
I told you not to turn around.
The same guy.
Who are you talking about?
Take a look yourself. Guy with the gray hat.
He could be just an ordinary guy. Maybe we just think he's following us.
We gotta get away from him.
No, look. Hold my hand. We'll fool him. Make believe we're in love.
What's the matter with you? I don't get it.
Act like you're crazy about me. Act it for real. Go on.
What am I supposed to do?
Say I'm wonderful. Say I'm the sweetest girl in the world. Go on.
You're crazy.
Do what I tell you.
You're the sweetest girl in the world.
Say it like you mean it. Hurry up.
You're wonderful. I love you.
Put your arm around my shoulder.
It ain't gonna do any good.
Now, walk slow. Act like we don't care where we're going.
You'll catch up to
He
us.
can always catch up to us. We gotta make him think we're the wrong people he's following us. Keep talking love to me.
You're wonderful. I'm crazy about you.
You're wonderful, too, Lou, darling. I've waited all my life for somebody like you.
I don't know what I'd do without you. You're still following us.
Yes, sweetheart. Look, we gotta figure out something.
Maybe we can give him the slip in the subway.
Yeah. Look, I'll go in the subway first. You go in the cigar store. He'll follow you. I'll wait for you on the platform. You come down a few minutes after me. Have a nickel all ready. Then as soon as the train pulls in, wait till the doors are closing, then drop your nickel in the slot. I'll hold the door open for you. Whoever's following won't be able to make it. You understand me, dear?
Well, what if he arrests me first?
He won't. Look, here's where I go down the subway. You go into the store. Kiss me.
Okay. Darling?
Don't forget to wait until the doors are closing. Lou, here I am. Hurry up.
I couldn't find you.
Well, in the center of the platform for everybody to see me.
I thought you'd run out of me.
Maybe I should have.
You hide. I'd give myself up to you.
Yes, you would.
Where are we going?
Next station. We'll get a bus going to New Jersey.
Maybe we ought to ride on the plane.
off here.
What are you hanging around?
Wait a minute. We gotta hide this money so they won't have anything on us in case we get caught.
Yeah. That's a good idea. We can come back with it later, huh?
Hide it right underneath the platform.
Yeah, that's a good spot. No one in the station. Let's do it fast.
Here's the money. I'll hold you while you bend over.
right.
Be careful you don't drop it.
Now, hold on good. I'm liable to fall.
Hurry up before somebody comes along.
Yeah. Okay. It's heading.
Let's go. We'll be back for it in a day or so. Now put your arm around me while we go up into the street.
I can't do it anymore.
You don't do it, I'm leaving you.
No, don't.
That's better. Sweetheart.
Yeah. I guess you're the best girl for me.
You just wouldn't know what to do without me. Would you, darling? Don't turn around. There's nobody following us.
There's a cop right behind us. They must have radioed a description of us.
Cops don't follow people. They arrest them if they think they're guilty.
Well, maybe he ain't sure. Maybe he's watching us first.
We'll turn the corner without hurrying. You do love me, don't you?
I love you more than anybody else in the world.
I love you, too. You're right, we are being followed.
What are we going to do?
There's a factory up ahead. We'll make believe we're going in on the night shift. That ought to throw him off the track.
We'll get caught in the building.
Well, it's worse out here on the street. When the cop sees us go into the factory, he'll think he's made a mistake and he'll leave us alone. Now hang on to me tight and walk slow.
Is this the building?
Yeah. We'll walk in just as if we belong here.
He hasn't followed us in.
No, it worked fine. Now we can stay here for a few minutes and then
It's the cop.
We're caught.
Let's take the elevator up. Come on.
Floor, please? 16. There's no one on the 16th. It's empty, ma'am.
She needs a 15th.
Yeah. Hurry up, please. We're very late.
In a second. There's an officer coming in.
Thank you for waiting.
Floor, please?
Just take these people wherever they're going.
Yes, sir. Watch the door.
Where are you two going?
15th floor.
Who are you seeing on the 15th floor?
What do you want with us? We didn't do anything.
Oh, I just asked you who you're seeing on the 15th floor.
We work up there.
15, please.
Come on, Lou.
Just a second.
Run, Lou. Run. Around the corner.
He'll shoot at us.
Hurry up. You'll kill us. Stop or I'll shoot. There's the freight elevator. Open it. If we can make it, we can slam the door and run it ourselves. Wait a minute. Hurry up, Lou. As fast as I can. Quick. Stop. The elevator. Stop. You Jack.
Those poor devils. Operator, get me precinct 23. Oh, hello, Lieutenant. This is Officer Malone. I want to report a double suicide. Their names are Lewis and Dorothy Dunn. I knew they were going to do it, and I tried to stop them. I saw him in the subway station. The man was trying to jump off the platform, but the woman was holding him back. He changed his mind, and they went upstairs. It looked like a lover's suicide pact to me. I saw them holding each other around, kissing on the street. I followed them from the subway into this building, and when I asked them a few questions, they got frightened and got off on the 15th floor. Well, I did. I tried to stop them, Lieutenant. They ran down the corridor and then threw themselves down an empty elevator shaft. Dead.
His toenails, yeah. Lieutenant, you know, the funny part of it is, they lived in the same house where that old crackpot, Jensen, committed suicide by gas a few hours ago. Huh? What? Yeah. Yeah, that sure is an unlucky house.
Well, that's one way of getting rid of the duns, making them throw themselves down the elevator shaft. Not a very pleasant way, I'll admit, but business is business. We just don't fool around with characters like that.
Well, I can't help feeling sorry for them. Those poor people probably never had a lucky day in their lives.
And it's your fault, Mary. You should have given them one of those good luck charms you've been talking about. You know, the medallion with the black ribbon. Yes. If the medallion didn't bring them good luck, they could always hang themselves with the ribbon.
Now, you stop that kind of talk. Because Lipton's sterling silver medallion on its black rayon satin ribbon is a lovely piece of jewelry. But you may never own it if you don't act now. The Lipton tea people make it easy for you. Listen, just send 25 cents and the box top from a package of Lipton's, the tea with the brisk flavor, to the Lipton Tea People, Box 92, New York City. The 25 cents includes the full cost of packing and postage.
And now, a word of advice. If the elevator service is bad and you're in a hurry, just throw yourself out of the window. Oh, by the way, this month's Inner Sanctum mystery novel is The Red Right Hand by Joel Rogers. Oh, and I must tell you about next week's story. It takes place on the high sea, but it's about a man who doesn't like singing. Yes, singing seems to strike the wrong note with him, and he goes around opening up throats with a knife to find out just what makes that wrong note. So, if you're one of those guys who sings in the shower, just cut it out before next week's killer does it for you. Now it's time to close the squeaking door until next Tuesday, when Lipton Tea and Lipton Soup present another Inner Sanctum Mystery, directed by Hyman Brown. Good night. Pleasant dreams.
Folks, it's wonderful how quick and easy cooking is these days. I guess lots of you remember when it used to take half a day to make a pot of chicken noodle soup. But now we have Lipton's noodle soup mix. And what delicious chickeny tasting soup it is. Yes, Lipton's has an old-fashioned homemade flavor, and it's brimful of tender golden egg noodles. Lipton's is economical, too. It costs less and makes more than canned soups. Of course, sometimes it's hard to get in some stores these days, but there's lots of good things scarce in wartime. So, folks, remember to ask for Lipton's noodle soup. And remember to tune in next Tuesday night for another Inner Sanctum Mystery.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum. This is Raymond, your host. We have an expert on murder here tonight. He has a rather strange idea. Something about everybody being a potential murderer. Perhaps he's right. Perhaps one of us here, right in this room, is capable of committing a murder. Take a good look at your neighbor. Maybe he's the one. Or, maybe it's you.
Intersect Mystery, by Hyman Brown, brings you one of Broadway's and Hollywood's best-known stars, Boris Karloff, now appearing in the smash Broadway hit Arsenic and Old Lace. Tonight, Mr. Karloff appears as Herbert Lodge in Study for Murder, an original radio drama by Sigmund Miller.
In one of the cells of the death house stands a man, holding tightly onto the bars, a dazed expression on his young face. His alive and precious minutes move swiftly away. The curtain of death draws closer. It is only a few hours before his execution. Suddenly in the stillness there are footsteps. For a moment the dazed expression on Edward's face changes to fright.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
My name's Herbert Lodge.
Are you from the governor?
No, Sam. I'm just a psychologist.
Oh.
My work is to try to keep other people from doing the thing that you did. You can help me by answering a few questions.
That's not going to do me any good.
No, but you can at least help other people from making the same mistake.
I've got to get out of here. I want to live. I don't want to die.
You were never convicted of a crime before, were you, Sam?
No. No, I never even got a traffic ticket. I never harmed anyone in my life until that terrible night. You believe me, don't you?
Why, of course I do.
Please, Mr. Lodge. Please, you said you're a psychologist. Can't you do something for me? Can't you say I'm insane or something?
No, Sam, I can't. You're not insane.
But I never meant to kill her. My hands went for her throat as if they weren't my hands. It's so hard to believe. Me, who never even had a fist fight.
Very interesting. You didn't even hate your wife, did you, Sam?
No. No, I didn't hate her. She used to get on my nerves. We used to fight a lot about money. But I never hated her. She was spending more money than I earned.
She got you angry. She ridiculed your small earnings.
That's right. How did you know?
And she did that every time you had an argument about money.
Yes. I couldn't stand it anymore. I know she didn't really mean it, telling me that I didn't work hard enough, but when she told me that last time, I don't know, my hands went for her throat.
You didn't feel any kind of pity for her?
I don't want to talk anymore, please. Please leave me alone. I can't stand it.
This one question is very important. You saw her dead on the floor. What were your reactions?
For a minute, I was glad. Then suddenly I realized what I'd done and I got scared. I tried to revive her, tried to bring her back to life.
You talked to her, didn't you?
I don't remember much after that.
You feel full of remorse now, don't you?
No, I don't. I hate you. I hate everybody. Get out! Get out before I kill you too! I'm a murderer, do you hear? I can kill everybody!
All right, Sam. Thanks very much.
We're going to have trouble taking him to the chair.
Doesn't make any difference, Warden. It'll all be over in 2 hours.
Makes a great difference. We don't want Edward's last few minutes to be agonizing terror. He was quite calm until you spoke to him.
Well, no one is ever reconciled to death. These last few minutes are really of no importance.
That's rather cold-blooded of you, Mr. Lodge.
Perhaps it is. I'd imagine you'd be just as sensible.
I prefer to think that all murderers are sick men and should be treated as such.
Ah, then perhaps we're not so far off from each other in our thinking. I'm trying to understand the disease of murder. A disease that all of us have, every one of us. You probably know that more than 2/3 of all murders are committed by what we call the average citizen. The most harmless, law-abiding man is capable of murder under certain circumstances. I'd like to observe the execution.
Well, I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
not? I don't understand your taking a dislike to me. Certainly I can do no harm.
Well, you can do no good but satisfy a morbid curiosity. I really believe you'd enjoy watching a man being put to death. I don't like you, Mr. Lodge. You ought to take a good look at poor Edwards and say to yourself, there, but for God go I. Good night, sir.
Well, Margaret, Edwards has just paid with his life. I managed to get a lot of valuable information out of him before he went to pieces.
Herbert, maybe you ought to take a rest. Stop working on your book for a while. A vacation would do you good.
Well, you're not worried about me, are you, Margaret?
But no good can come of it at the rate you're going. Why, the only thing on your mind is murder.
Oh, you don't understand. I've got to know more about the desire to kill. All of us are capable of murder, and knowing that even I can commit murder fills me with a horrible fascination.
You don't know what you're saying, Herbert.
I've got to explore the whole field of crime, track down every detail that leads to murder. Everyone I meet is a subject for study, and I myself am my own best subject. I've never felt so keen about anything in my life. I can't stop now.
You're playing with fire, Herbert.
Well, yes, perhaps I am. But you can't write about fire unless you've been burned.
Oh, please give it up. I don't like the underworld people you've been associating with.
You mean Whitey?
Yes. I can't stand him.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to see him again tonight. It's taken me a long time, but I've finally succeeded in forming a tribe of my own.
A tribe? What are you talking about?
It's the underworld term for gang.
Why, you're out of your mind. You've become a gangster.
Only temporarily. But as the big brains of the mob, I'm going to see crime and murder from the first row. We're going to muscle in on some racketeers' territory.
I absolutely forbid you to do it. Oh, please, Herbert.
I've made up my mind. Don't waste your time trying to stop me, Margaret. I don't want to be unpleasant with you. All righty. We're going to cut in on Cannonball Jerry's racket. He's had it too long already. It's about time it was taken away from him.
Cannonball's funny tough. As soon as he gets wise, he's going to go gandering for us. I wouldn't like to be in front of his choppers when he's mad.
You don't have to worry about him.
No? Well, you ain't seen what he saw.
I never will. We'll get him before he knows what's happened.
You mean you're going to blast him?
That's right.
He sure took on a tall order. Who's going to do it for you?
You are, Whitey.
Oh, yeah? How are you going to get him here?
That's very easy. He's coming here.
Coming here?
I've tipped him off that a new mob is going to cut in on him. I let him find out my name and the address of this room. He ought to be here in a minute. You and Johnny are to meet him outside. He'll be coming up with the lieutenant right into a trap. But I want Cannonball Jerry brought to me alive. I don't care what happens to the trigger man.
It ain't going to be an easy job.
Well, you're not afraid, are you, Whitey?
I ain't afraid of nobody. But I've been strictly a stick-up artist. Ain't never had to bump off a guy before.
We'll take a couple of the boys with you. You won't have too much trouble. And hurry up.
All right, Cannibal, inside. What goes on here? What's your game? The boss wants to see you get in.
Oh, you must be the terrible Cannonball Jerry. Nice of you to come visiting me.
Who are you? I ain't never seen you before.
I'm the man you were going to take care of. Except that the tables are turned. Where's the trigger man, Whitey?
I had to slug him. Johnny's outside doing spot duty. In case any Jerry's pals show up.
Excellent. Jerry, you've killed a lot of people in your life, haven't you?
I ain't got no beef with you.
You haven't? But didn't you come here to kill me?
No, I wasn't coming to see you. I never seen you before. You're not going to bump me.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Jerry. You're not going to leave here alive.
I wasn't going to kill you. I was only going to scare you. You've got to believe me, please. Let me go. I'll never bother you.
Well. Running through the tunnel. Breaking down completely.
Let me go. I leave the city. I'll never come back, I swear.
All right, you'll leave the city and you'll never come back. Never.
Shall I let him have it now, boss? Ain't no sense in wasting time.
In a second, we'll give Cannonball a chance to compose himself.
You ain't going to get away with it. You'll be following me. You ain't going to get away with it.
Here you are, Whitey. Use this silencer. Go ahead.
No, don't shoot. I didn't. Oh, okay, boss. Better get
Herbert. Is this the first man you've killed?
Yeah, it's my first.
How do you feel?
Leave me alone.
You've just ended a man's life, Whitey. Doesn't it make you feel powerful to be able to lop off 30 years of someone's life in a second?
Leave me alone, I tell you.
All right. A bit upset. But tomorrow we move in on Jerry's business. Come on. We'll go home. I hope you sleep well. As well as I will.
It's a few hours later now, in the small hours of the morning. Lodge asleep, tosses in his bed as he hears a familiar voice.
Hello, Mr. Lodge.
Huh? Who's there?
It's me, Sam.
Sam? Sam Edwards? Oh, how did you get here? You're dead.
Yes, I'm dead. But I came back. I thought maybe you wanted to ask me a few more questions.
You came back? Oh, it can't be. I must be dreaming.
I came back to tell you I was sorry about going to pieces. I was scared then. But I'm not scared anymore. Dead people aren't afraid.
I'm nothing to ask you anymore. You told me everything.
No, I didn't answer your last question. You asked me if I was full of remorse.
You don't have to answer that. I knew.
Remorse ate into me like acid. It was unbearable. I couldn't stand it. It drove me crazy. It made me hate myself. I just can't describe how it felt.
No, I guess that about covers everything.
It doesn't, Mr. Lodge. I was going to tell you about my last few minutes alive.
I don't want to hear anymore.
You know, Mr. Lodge, I was thinking, if you want to find out how it feels to kill someone, the best way is to do it yourself.
Do it myself? I'm no murderer.
I wasn't a murderer either until the first time. I'm a weak man, but you're a strong one. You'd enjoy it. Your conscience won't bother.
No, I'll never kill anybody.
You never can tell. Murder, it's an experience you've never had. It's really so easy. Quiet. You won't have to ask questions. You'll know all about it yourself. You've got to do it with your own hands to know. Try it. Try it with your own hands.
Herbert, speak up. Herbert. Speak up, Herbert.
What's in my heart? Where am I? I'm dreaming. I'm having a nightmare.
I'll say you were. You kept talking in your sleep.
What? What did I say?
You kept repeating, I'm no murderer. I'll never kill anybody.
What? I've never talked in the sleep before. It's been a vivid dream.
Herbert, you've got to stop this horrible research of yours. You can't go on. You'll either get a nervous breakdown or actually kill someone. Oh, please, Herbert, I'm
This
frightened.
is none of your affair, Margaret. I've told you before not to interfere.
This is my affair. I'm not going to stand by and watch you get yourself deeper and deeper in this rotten business.
Oh, you make me tired. The connections
Yeah, we're doing swell. I'm waiting for Johnny. We got a few more customers to visit.
Well, never mind about Johnny. I'll go with you. I'd like to see some of our clients.
Okay, you suit yourself, boss. This is Petro's place. Kind of expecting trouble from him.
Huh? What's the matter with him?
Oh, he's been beefing about losing business. Says he can't keep up with the payments for protection.
Well, he won't beef after today. Come on. We'll go in.
Yes.
Hello, Petro. How's business?
It's you guys again, eh?
Well, what's the matter, Petro? Aren't you glad to see us?
No, I'm not glad to see you, you crook.
Be careful, Petro, careful. You'll find yourself staring up at the ceiling. Now, hand over that money.
I didn't do no business today. Hey, you guys are going to make me go out of business. I can't pay no more.
Now, Mr. Petro. Surely your life is a little more valuable than the payment. Behave yourself. Hand over the money.
Hey, all I got is $11.
I'll teach you a lesson you won't forget. We want the full amount.
I haven't got it all. You can look for yourself.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow. Come on, Whitey.
Hey, what's the matter with you, boy? You almost croaked him. Yeah, we'd have had the cops down on us, sure.
Yes, I could have killed him easily. I wanted to kill him. Wanted to beat his collie.
You shouldn't have done. He'd have paid it if he'd had it.
I don't think Petro's going to give us any more trouble. And if he does, I'll be only too glad to see him again.
Herbert, what's happened to you?
Nothing's happened to me.
You look as though you've been in a fight.
I told you it's nothing. Now stop bothering me.
Herbert, you're in trouble, I know. Please tell me. Maybe I can help.
There's nothing that you can do. I told you before, I don't want you to bother me.
I don't know what's come over you. It's just impossible to talk to you lately. You act as if you hate
Well, I
me.
don't like you standing around staring at
Ever
me.
since you got involved with those gangsters, you've begun to act like one.
I warn you, Margaret, don't make things any worse than they are.
True. You've become a criminal. You think like one and act like one. Keep quiet. Don't keep quiet. You've made life unbearable for me. You treat me as if I were just in your way. I don't recognize you anymore. You've become a hoodlum, a vicious, ruthless hoodlum.
Perhaps, have I? Well, then I'm going to act. Now, get out. Get out before I lose my temper completely. Get out.
You're no better than the worst of your gang. You don't know what you're doing anymore. You
Oh, yeah.
Get away from
Once
me.
and for all, I'll...
Get away from me.
I won't hear that silly, nagging voice of yours anymore. I'll never hear it again. Now you keep quiet. Margaret. She's just unconscious, that's all. Unconscious. Get up, Margaret. I didn't mean it. You know I didn't mean it. I just lost the temper for a minute. Say you forgive me. Please. Talk to me. I told you I was sorry.
I tried to revive her, too. Bring her back to life.
Sam.
Once I started, I couldn't stop myself. I had to do it.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself.
My hands went for her throat, as if they weren't my hands.
Yes, that's it.
I didn't hate her. She got on my nerves.
Yes, I didn't hate her. I didn't. But I killed her. I killed her. I killed her. Any news, Fort?
Is there anything I can do for you, Lodge?
Have you heard anything from the carpenter?
No, I haven't.
Huh? I'm really going to die? In 2 hours? I'm going to be strapped into the chair.
I'm sorry, Lodge. There's nothing I can do.
Just like an ordinary, common murderer.
You've never learned from poor Edwards.
I never meant to do it.
Very few murders are committed in cold blood.
So you never liked me, did you? You're glad I'm going to the chair.
I'm never glad to see anyone go past that door.
You are. You don't want me to be saved. You want me to die.
I didn't expect a man like you to go to pieces.
I don't want to die. I've got to get out of here.
Too late, Lodge. You learned a little too much about murder.
Mr. Lodge, you sure did learn too much about murder. You should have learned to count to 10 when angry. But anyway, I'm sure Lodge will never do it again. That next book he's going to write will be called What Happens After Your First Murder or My First 1,000 Years in the Grave. As soon as it's published, Mr. Lodge will go on a lecture tour. I hope you'll get a chance to hear him. He's really fascinating. In a repulsive sort of way. Perhaps we'll get him to speak under your sanctum. I'm sure we'll still be on the air at that time. For the present, the time has come to close the squeaking door until next week.